Let me just say this real quick. Okay, so I was thinking about some stuff today about the Lord of the Rings cards, and I don't have a problem with exactly what they're trying to do here. From what I understand, they said that Magic the Gathering is trying to put Lord of the Rings into Magic the Gathering, but also giving them Magic the Gathering flavor so that everything works out for them and it's how they want it. Now, for what I'm gathering with this, for some reason that means that they've changed the colors of some of the characters, and I'm not bothered by that necessarily so much. Like Merry and Pippin, I mean, they were twins. I don't really know if you could have one of each color or whatever if you wanted. But also, like, there isn't that many Asian people or anything in here. There's like the innkeeper that's potentially Asian. But you see, like Glorfindel back there, he's a like an elf. That's more like the elf off of Rings of Power. There's a farmer back there. The problem that I'm having right now is that why is it that all of the kings of Gondor are black? Like Rohan and Gondor. I would almost prefer like Gandalf the Grey to be like a white guy, and then when he died and came back as Gandalf the White, he'd be black. But that would have been too much of a stretch for these guys, I think. I'm trying to look. Like you could have had Sauron be black, or Saruman. It's like having a white Nazgul. I guess technically they were white before, but trying to find a picture of like Tom Bombadil. Could have made him black. I don't know who this dude is, but he's good, I guess. So, like things like Gandalf White Rider, like that isn't a charged card at all. Could have made Bilbo black. They got a pirate captain that's black. That's not weird. Is that another Crusader that's black there? Yeah. Do Erwin? Point being is forgot to spell this dude's name. So like here, I think if they wanted to do this flavorfully, you could easily have had Theoden stay black. I think we could perfectly fine with that. No big deal. You can have Eowyn be black if you want. I don't know why she looks like Game of Thrones dragon lady, but like if you're going to go 50-50, you need to go 50-50. Like if you're going to have Aragorn be black and then have the white elf lady, then you could have uh Eowyn be black and then have Theoden as a white guy. Or you could go either way with this, but the whole thing is like why do both of the kings have to be black in the Magic the Gathering set? And then like Urmir is white, so they might not be related, but this has bigger impacts. Like, the reason I thought about this was I was thinking about the races of the decks, so like dwarfs and goblins. If they ever make sets, if they ever make any more sets to the Lord of the Rings on the Magic thing, which I think they will, because right now I think this is Third Age, right? So you have Aragorn and all them. The dwarfs and stuff, I guess, basically died out or weren't existent in the movies. The goblins weren't really a big part of the movies. There's like small parts. But when it comes to the Hobbit films, you have it's basically dwarfs, goblins, orcs, and then you have humans and elves kind of put in there. But dwarfs and goblins, I think, would be like the main factions if they did a Hobbit movie special of this. And then since the ring wasn't really found then, like they didn't know what the ring was there, they could reprint the ring as a different card, like just magic ring or whatever. But in general, I was like, if we wanted to get all of the playable races their own decks and stuff, and they wanted to all be just 100% Lord of the Rings cards, they're going to end up doing another set at some point that has to be the Hobbit type movies where you get dwarfs and you get the elves and you get the goblins and all them stuff. We already seen with the Rings of Power because they would be able to take inspiration from Rings of Power as well. Well, Rings of Power would have been first age, so Rings of Power would be like another set that they could do if they wanted to bring like uh God, I forgot Sauron's master. I keep thinking Morgoth. I don't know if that's right. Um he could be bring back on that. Then you have the but we've seen in the Rings of Power that they have like black dwarfs. Uh I don't think there's anything for goblins that you can do race wise really. And then in the Rings of Power, they have black elves, but we see black elves in this set as well, or at least one. So, I mean, that's fine. But when it comes to Aragorn, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me because not what I'm looking for. I'm telling you, the internet's falling apart, man. You look for a video, you find a picture, you look for or a website, you look for a website, find a video. Can't even see this. That's Rings of Power. It's Elrond. Sorry, so right here. So I don't know if they're going to go past this and make any future deals. I'm assuming they'll stop after the movies and stuff. But Aragorn and Eowyn. Then you had Elros, King of Numenor. I guess it's. Are they saying they're related? They don't have a connection here. Somehow this guy's connected to Elrond. Wait a second. Are these people cousins? Hold up. What is going on here? No, he had to be married in. Maybe. What? I don't know what's going on here. But, any case, in my head, Aragorn is descendant of the person who originally cut off the ring from Sauron. So if they ever redo any more sets, you're gonna have to make that guy probably black as well, and his father, the boat captain from Numenor from the Rings of Power, would have to be black probably, and then anyone before that. So that whole house and that whole line now has to be black at this point. And the other thing is like, where are all the if all the kings and stuff are black, then where's all the white people coming from? Why is the steward like the steward is like the whitest dude you've ever seen? Faramir's white, Boromir's white. Like you couldn't have like I mean they're brothers. You could have Faramir or Boromir probably be black and it would probably be fine. At least like if you're gonna go 50-50, I just think go 50-50. But I don't understand. It's like when you think Lord of the Rings, you got like Elrond, Eowyn, Aragorn, Legolas, Gimli, um, Sam and Frodo. I mean, you could have made it either of those guys black if you wanted to. That would have kept it 50-50. Uh, Theoden, Eowyn, Earmir, whatever the hell his name is. And then you have like Boromir, Faramir. I don't know if I already said those. And the Stewart guy, Gandalf, Sauron. But it's like you're up to like 15 characters or something. But then you take the two main humans are instantly changed races. And then you don't change. I mean, they have an elf. I don't remember that dude's name, but they changed him. So, I mean, that's somebody. But then the dwarfs, I didn't see anyone. And then the elves have one at least. The humans have two of the main characters. I'm guessing the elves didn't change any main characters because the elves are generally seen as white. But in that point, why not just make more of Gundor black? Like Gundor and Rohan, just make them more black. Like you could have made the whole kingdom of Rohan black. Because you're telling me the king of Rohan is black and the lady of Rohan is black, but then Airmere is white. But then all of the other people in the kingdom This is what I need to check. How many other cards are just white? Like, are there just like two or three white people out of all these cards, or black people? I mean, if there's a deck list anywhere. Riders of Rohan deck list. Show me a picture. Okay. So this is the Riders of Rohan deck list. 100 cards. Let's just look. So, Eowyn and Aragorn are black. They're like the main characters. This guy is white. All of these people are white. I don't know who this is. She's black. She's a human noble, so I'm guessing she's up there with Aragorn as like a royalty. All these ghosts look white. I can't really tell there. I think that person's white. What's happened? Riders of Rohan. I think all these people look white. I don't know about that dude in the corner. Steward of Gondor. White as hell. The whitest dude I've ever seen. That dude's from England. Um, that's a not the right card, I don't think. Selfless Squire. I don't know. My point being, though, is why don't they have more people if they're gonna do their magic theme stuff on all the cards, you know? So this guy can't really see on that. That dude's white. Uh, that chick might be black. I don't know. Looks white. Looks might be black. Looks more like Italian to me, but I don't know. Can't really tell on that one. Looks white. All the people in the background look white. Looks white. Looks white. White. Not white, maybe? Not white. Families, Theoden, White, 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 Visions, Glory, White. Any case, the diversity isn't what really is bothering me. It's just if you're trying to do the diversity, at least make it more 50-50 balance, I suppose, and then maybe not have all of the main characters for a certain race end up being that. Like, I don't mind Boromir and Faramir, but they're not like the main people I think of when I think humans and Lord of the Rings. Like it's Aragorn, Gandalf, and then like Theoden. Seems very odd to me. Maybe they'll add more in the future, but I don't know. That's just like a 50 cent thing that I'm just looking at off the top of my head, and I'm like, something seems a little off about that. Because they talk about all the inclusion and they want to bring their flavor of magic, but when I think Aragorn, I think more like already forgot his name. That main uh that main character in Magic the Gathering, like a night guy. No, I can't think of his name. I don't know. There's a character in Magic the Gathering that I think of that's more like him. Rohan is like movie wise, Rohan almost seems more important, but I don't know. I think Rohan would have been much better if you had more. Like you could that whole thing. You could just 50-50 both kingdoms, or you could 50-50 one kingdom or the other. I don't think it would necessarily matter, but just having some options because like Boromir, Faramir, one of those you could change. Merry and Pippin, one of those you could change. And then you already have one on the elf. I don't know who you could change for the dwarfs. And like Wormtail and Saruman, I don't know if you'd want to change them, but you could probably add like the Mouth of Sauron or something, or the Witch King. Somebody you could have changed like did 50-50, I think. I'm probably gonna jump off of this one right here because my laptop is burning up again. I don't want it to crash again, so